Hi, I'm May Tramada. I'm from the upcoming, and it's a pleasure to meet both of you today.
Hi, May.
Nice to meet you.
So, to just start us off with, can you please both give us, starting with you, Danny, a brief introduction into the series and into your character and what you're most excited about for people to see this season?
Absolutely. So, Mythic Quest is a workplace comedy set at a game development studio. And we play characters that are all individually working on different aspects of this massive game. In season 4, we're partnered together. I play Brad, the head of monetization, and Dana is developing her own game. And I'm looking for ways to monetize, to find money, and sort of kind of bring out her inner villain. At the same time, we've all kind of grown over the last 4 seasons, and I think Dana's inspiring me maybe to be a little bit more vulnerable and see if we can both achieve some kind of work-life balance this year.
Well, Dana in season 1, she was one of the beginner tier within the company. She was a game tester, and she just like spent all this time in this game cube, if you would. And now in season 4, she's evolved so much to find her own voice within the company and her own passions, and she's developing her own game and has found her audience for it as well. Like, it's being well received. So she's like feeling herself a little bit. The ego has grown. She's got a strong team behind her who's willing to do the dirty work. And she also finds enjoyment in that too, and is embracing that dark side. And so how we've gotten to know Dana before as someone who's a little bit more reserved and a little bit unsure in season 1. Season 4, that skin has shed, and she is now a fully confident, ambitious, vulnerable young woman who's just like taking this new role on head on.
And Imani, with Dana's leveling up, and of course, Danny here said that Brad is bringing out the villainous in her. One of the aspects I love about Dana is her relationship with Rachel. How does this dynamic change through the course of this season? If you can tell us, with all of these new things happening to her.
Yeah, the relationship between Dana and Rachel has evolved so much because, again, in season 1, it was just like that sort of like innocent, youthful, unsure, timid energy. Whereas now, they're both flourishing in their respective roles within the company, but also finding new ways to have boundaries at work. Like, how do we distinguish what's personal and what's professional? And because we want to support each other, but we also don't want to blur the lines too much. And they're finding their way. They're not always perfect, but the thing I love about this, Dana and Rachel, is they have each other's back through and through, and you get to see that in the first episode back in season 4 with David. Dana gives David a little dig, and Rachel follows up with the dig too, and they have each other's back no matter what.
For all intents and purposes, Brad is this constant reminder of the capitalistic side of video game development, which in general is a very creative sphere. What do you like about playing a character like that that's very much pragmatic and direct, and but is also a little bit eccentric in his own conniving and manipulative ways?
Thank you. I think this relationship in some ways is a big theme. We ask a lot of questions this year, and one of them is like art and commerce, and can they coexist? What's that tension like? What's a healthy way for them to coexist, right? Dana being the creative side and Brad being the monetization side. They both can help each other in certain ways, but I think it's fun watching them sort of both be out of balance and figuring out what's the right level to work together, right? For me, it's interesting because I didn't know much about the monetization world coming into this game. I didn't know about loot crates and microtransactions or any of that. I just know that when all of a sudden I see like 99 cents on my iPhone from my son, I'm like, what are you buying? What did you buy? So now I'm more aware of that aspect about like skins in games and all these different expansion packs and things like that. So it's more interesting to me. And so I guess I'm more aware of the world and how big it is and how many people are all working on this game at one time.
Thank you so much for that lovely answer. That was the last of my questions. Thanks for your time today and your patience with me.
Thank
Thank you
you,
so
May.
much.